We just got the Reyes Cup teams. We should be getting some Mosconi news any day now. Why not have some fun and make some women's Mosconi Cup teams tonight on the Cue Tang Clan? Greetings, fellow Cueists. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this and being here. Today, I was looking at the brackets for the Olhausen WPBA tournament in Colorado, and there were some banger matches lined up. The last 16 had some crazy matches that, as a pool fan, I was just drooling over. They were all heavy hitters. They were all top-ranked females. And it got me thinking, it's Mosconi Cup season. Let's have a little fun. Let's make some women's Mosconi Cup teams. I don't know if there's ever been a thought to do that years ago. I know in the early Mosconi Cup days, Allison Fisher played on some of the Europe teams. But I don't know if there was ever anything in the works for a women's Mosconi Cup. Probably not. You know, it's everything with pool seems like it's light years behind. But I wrote about it in my stories on my Instagram page today. What it would be for a women's Mosconi Cup team. What can we call it? Let's get some captains. Let's get 5 aside. USA versus Europe. Let's have some fun with it. So this is what we're going to do today for this show. We're going to pick a Team USA and a Team Europe women's Mosconi Cup team. And I thought about what to call it. You know, I had two women's pool players' names in my mind that were incredible people for the sport. I thought originally of Jean Belucas. She was from the area my family is from in Brooklyn. Very famous and legit female pool player. And the other one is somebody who's even more closer to me than that, Jeanette Lee. So the eyeballs that she put on women's pool in the 90s and so on and continuously even to this day, I think she's a pioneer for women's pool. So just for this show here, we're going to call it the Jeanette Lee Trophy, and we'll call it the Black Widow Cup. So we're not ripping Willie Mosconi. This is the same type of idea, but we'll just call it the Black Widow Cup for Jeanette Lee. So Jeanette, if you're watching, this is for you. This is your honor here. Look at that. Look at that custom artwork. You don't get that on any other show. All right, so let's kick this things off. Let's pick the Europe team, and I'm going to start with the captain first. This is somebody who's not, I would say, older than the players involved, who's more in a mentor role. You know, similar to Johan and Marcus Shamat and Efren and Carl Boys most recently. So the captain I picked, who I think would represent the Europe team, is Karen Corr. Karen Corr is somebody who, when I started watching pool in the mid to late 90s, she was somebody who I think they almost villainized in a way because she came over from Ireland. I think she's Irish. Yeah, she came over from Ireland. She was a top level snooker player, and she came over and was playing 9-ball, and she was kicking these guys' ass. It's funny, I got VHS tapes full of these battles with Karen Corr and Gerda Hofstetter and Vivian Villarreal and Jeanette Lee. You know, so Karen Corr was just a monster. Like, I would kind of equate her to like what Ronnie O'Sullivan did. You know, he's obviously a many-time snooker world champion, but briefly he came over and he's very successful in rotation pool. So that is my captain for this Team Euro squad, Karen Corr. Now we're going to go to the vice captain role, similar to Jason Shaw and Skylar Woodward. Somebody who I think is probably the most recognized and decorated female pool player, possibly of all time. She's got probably one of the best nicknames there is. Allison Fisher, the Duchess of Doom. So she would be my pick for vice captain as the head of the 5 players involved on this squad. Just because my show, the Cue Tang Clan, is a product-based show, we're going to turn this into a little product knowledge session also. So when I say Allison Fisher, she plays with Mez Cues, and she currently represents Mez Cues right now. So Allison Fisher, vice captain, Team Europe, playing with Mez Cues. And I'm going to flip these like David Letterman used to do. Okay, next up. So I guess we can say that this is going to be like how they pick now. We can call it the 3 automatic bids and 2 wild card players. So each team will have 5 aside, 3 ranked players, and then 2 anything goes. My next player on Team Euro, the number 2 player, no surprise, Kelly Quickfire Fisher. I think over the last 2, 3, 4 years, she's won everything in sight on the WPBA. I would put her up against most men and bet on her to win. She's that good. She is I don't think there's anything she's bad at. She's a tremendous female player, and who knows when she's done playing. Maybe she challenges Allison Fisher for most records and wins and all that stuff. So Kelly Quickfire Fisher, and she is a Predator Cues player. Next up, my 3rd automatic bid for this Team Euro squad, Jasmine Ocean. I think she holds some type of record as the most European titles won in history. I think she has more European titles than anybody else has anything. So Jasmine Ocean, she's a tremendously fit player. She's always doing like triathlons and weights and all types of biking and crazy stuff like that. So she's tremendously fit and she's tremendously skilled. If you see her YouTube channel, you would know that she's got all types of drills and crazy stuff on there. And she's also represented by Predator, in case I didn't say that. So Jasmine Ocean, my 3rd auto bid for Team Europe, and she's playing with Predator Cues. Okay, my first wild card for this women's Team Euro. Somebody who, if it wasn't for the 2 Fishers and Jasmine Ocean, would probably have been the vice captain of this squad. And that's one of the killer fillers, Pia Filler. And it's no surprise what she's playing with, and that's Predator. She absolutely loves Predator Cues. When she hit that overtime shot to win for Team Germany last year, she took her Predator Cue and she's holding it up, kissing it in front of Kareem and all that. I know her and Josh absolutely love Predator Cues. And if you've ever heard them talk about their cues, they desire them very lightweight and super light, almost like to where you're carving wood out. So I know they go the extra mile for Josh and Pia. So they love Predator, and Predator obviously loves them back. So team member number 4 for Team Europe, Pia Filler. Okay, my last wild card for Team Europe, the number 5 player on this female Mosconi squad. Somebody who we've come to talk about quite a bit on the show I do with me and Jay on Level 2 Billiards Live. I think she's a tremendous player, and she's knocking on the door. She's in the final day right now in the WPBA Colorado stop. The Slayer, Christina Zlateva. She's represented by Mez Cues. So her and Allison Fisher are representing Mez Cues, and the other 3 are Predator. So this is a tight knit equipment group here. But yeah, Kristina Zlateva, she's knocking on the door for a win. She's kind of like where we feel like Christina Tkach was, months ago. She's knocking on doors. She's playing some tremendous pool. I know she's been getting some pointers and some lessons from Jeremy Jones. I don't think there's besides Johan, I don't think there's probably a better coach right now, that people can call on than Jeremy Jones. So whatever he's showing her and whatever she's doing in her own time, it's working. She's I think even if we weren't picking this team, she would definitely be someone to watch for a squad like that. So KZ, the Slayer, you're on the squad. All right, let's pick Team USA. This is look, I'm an American guy. I love the US. No matter how unbalanced I feel the US squads have been in the past, I'm always going to root for them. I'm always going to go hard for them. That's just what I believe in. It's just how I feel. That said, the names I'm going to pick on this team, those of you who watch this, you're going to be like, man, she's not American. Pick another name. Look, bear with me. Kristina Tkach, Margaret Fefalova-Steyr, they both live here now. They both are Americans. They got their papers. Fefalova's married to an American. Fedor's been an American for the past few years. As far as I'm concerned, they're American. So therefore, I'm putting them on this American squad. And the captain of this American squad it should be no surprise. It's my girl, Jen Beretta. I think she's gorgeous. But she's no spring chicken. She hasn't been on the tour in a bit. I don't know if she's got some. Before I heard she's got some shoulder surgery or shoulder injury, and then she's also running her pool hall in Brooklyn, Skyline Billiards. So therefore, she's not on the tour. You'll see her pop up in a few events. But other than that, her social media is just filled with drills and instructions. Therefore, I think she relates to the current crop of players because she retired as number one just a couple years ago. She knows all the girls, and she knows what it takes to get there in a short amount of time. So therefore, I think she'd be beneficial as a coach to the 5 women on this squad. This is all fiction, but this is just my take on this. I feel Jen Beretta is that player to be a hell of a coach and get through to the squad. So, Jen Beretta, that's my captain. Let's go to the players. It's like George Michael's Sports Machine. Let's go to the film. My vice captain for Jen Beretta's American squad, Kristina the Crystal Tkach. She is possibly the player that's been faring the best lately on the tour. She plays with the best. She's getting married to the best player in the world, and they're hardcore practice partners. So whatever he's playing, she's playing, and I think they pick up a hell of a lot from each other. Therefore, I think she's such a young girl, and she's only going to get better with age. I just think she would be the top American female pool player at this moment, right here and now. So, therefore, Kristina Tkach is my vice captain and top pick for this women's U.S. squad. And she's also a Predator player. I don't know. I can see her maybe switching brands in the future, depending on what events she's asked to do. But she's another one of the players. She's been with Predator forever, and I think she loves them too much to go anywhere else. So Kristina Tkach, always represented by Predator. Next up, my number 2 pick for this women's squad, Margaret Fefalova-Steyr. She's represented by my friends at Viking Cues. she's another one. She's just like Kristina Zlateva. Margaret Fefalova is knocking on the door too. She's another one. She plays with a high quality. Her husband is a handful of times been on the Mosconi Cup team. He's got several wins under his belt. Once again, another training partner, another marriage training partner situation scenario. So I think he's shown her a hell of a lot, and they're learning a whole hell of a lot together. So therefore, I think her game's incredibly tight right now, and another young woman, progressing and getting better with age. So Margaret Fefalova is my number 2. My number 3 on this team, my third automatic bid is someone who's probably the biggest road dog in pool. You always see her traveling places. She's just always representing the country in Hayball and Puerto Rico with the those 3-man teams. The grinder, April Larson, and she's been with JP Shower for I think forever. So she's another one. I guess you can say she would. It's kind of rude to say, but I would put her slightly below Margaret Fefalova-Steyer. I think she's a phenomenal player. It's just a matter of the way the ball bounces for them. I think there's certain disadvantages they got to deal with without the shot clock, and I think you let a little bit more thinking creep into your pre-shot ritual and your stroke when you don't have a shot clock like that. It's you know how much time you have, you get it and go. I think they take a lot of time, and I think that kind of hurts them in the long run. But she's another one. I think if she ups her safety game and she fine tunes that shot, I think she's going to be a dangerous player, not just a good player. I think she's going to be a dangerous player. So she's probably one of the sweetest people in pool. Nobody has an unkind word to say about her. And once again, she's my number 3 spot, the grinder, April Larson. Here's where I kind of ran into trouble with my 2 wild cards for Team USA. At all costs, I really, no disrespect to her, but I didn't really want to put Emily Duddy on this squad. I feel like she's going the opposite way in pool. I think she's like a top 15 finisher now, top 10, top 15 finisher. The people I went with, I felt had a little bit more of an upside in this role. One of them was, as long as the last few years watching women's pool, she's always been like a top 5, top 10 talent. I think I've seen her ranked as high as 4th. And every time I've seen her play, she's like a very seasoned professional, and I always thought she's an outstanding pool player. Monica Webb, she would be my wild card. I think she with the young women on this team, I think her being slightly older than them, I think she would bring a voice of confidence and settling to the squad if they got into trouble or they missed some shots. So that's why I would pick Monica. Monica plays with a cue by very famous custom cue maker, Ariel Carmelli. So she plays with the Ariel Carmelli custom cue, which, to point out, Margaret Fefalova-Steyer, she plays with the Viking cue, but Viking does these one-off deals with like guest cue builders. Like I have a Viking Paul Drexler. I have 2 Viking Paul Drexler collabs. There's been Viking 2 Feathers Squadroni collabs. So this is a third collab that they're doing with Carmelli, and he made Margaret Fefalova's custom cue, which is available right now. So they're made by the same guy, but they're 2 slightly different brands of cues. So kind of Monica Webb and Margaret Fefalova are kind of playing with the same cue in a way. So, hey, this is a product show. We got to work in this product somehow. Am I right? Anyway, number 4, Monica Webb. This one I kind of look. It's the USA pool. This is my fifth and final member for Team USA here. I've kind of criticized the way they used her in the past. I think she should be playing juniors and getting her feet wet in that before being an adult and getting immersed in that world. But the Roadrunner, Savannah Easton, who's playing with Lucasi Q's. She used to be a Predator player. Now she's with Lucasi. I think her and Oscar Dominguez went over together. But in the same reason I picked Monica Webb, because she had a more seasoned vet approach to this team. This is going the opposite way, and I think she has a tremendous upside. She's very good for how old she is. She's very good, period. She has a tremendous Fargo rating. Look, it's I think her upside is better than some of the other players you could have possibly chose for this role. Like I spoke about Emily Duddy. We could have brought up Kennedy Mayman. We could have brought up Sophia Mast. Like I've said a handful of times already, this is just what I've been picking for this squad. So this is my final pick for Team USA, and it's Savannah. So take with that what you will. Which one of these teams, and I want you guys to leave that in the comments below, which one of these teams do you think would win in the same format that the Men's Mosconi Cup is played under? Race to 11, team event, singles, doubles, team event, singles, doubles. 3 days of this stuff. Who is the first to get to 11 points, and who's going to win? Put it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is a fun topic. I know you guys watch women's pool. Don't be bullshitting about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get some banter going. I think this is fun, and I think this provides a little bit more banter for all of us to get involved in. So who's going to take home the Black Widow Cup? Who is the inaugural winner? Comment below. Anyway, guys, those of you who are going to watch this, I appreciate it so much. Please comment, like, subscribe. All that shit helps me out a tremendous amount. I know not a lot of people are going to watch this yet, but whatever algorithm is involved in pushing this to more people, it takes a like, it takes a comment, it takes a subscribe. Whatever you guys want to do to help me out, I'm appreciative of. I always thank you guys for being here and joining into this stuff. Don't forget, you can get me on the Gangster Pool, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You can see me on Level 2 Billiards Live with Jay, the Jay and Rob Show, alphabetical. We're doing that every week, every other week, and the more events, the more shows we'll do. You're always going to see this fat face on this channel on YouTube. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it so much. Check out my social media. Check out my boy Jay's social media, Level 2 Billiards. You can see the 2-ball right there. That's about it. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
D